So I'm just learning how to do whatever it is I need in the moment. I feel like sometimes I pouring into my cup, it had to be a thing that, like I said, it's not gonna happen every single day. Like some days I'm gonna go without with whatever. But I do feel like at some point it has to become a thing where it's like I can't pour into the other parts of my cup if destiny is not okay.
I don't think my cup needs to be overflowing because that's just impossible right now with everything going on. But sometimes, like I said, y'all, the cup don't exist. It's like you forget you got your own self to
Yeah.
worry about. It's just like, oh, like I'll be all right. Yeah, I'm gonna be
Mhm.
okay. And then you realize, like, no, I'm really not.
All right. And we back. 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 Hey y'all. We're back with another episode of the You're Done podcast. I look pale and I'm Big Desto, not the little one. I look pale for real.
I feel pregnant and I'm be more, nevertheless, big and pregnant.
Entertain. We got another for your mother.
Ooh, you
A
rhyming
good
today.
We got another episode of the You're Done podcast. And Brittany has come up with the last two topics. So I'm gonna let Brittany tell y'all what we talking about today. This is all her ideas.
You know? Well, I feel like last week was pretty on topic about like what we going through. And I feel like this is just kind of like a continuation of that in a way, because today we're gonna be talking about pouring into your own cup, which
Mm.
in this season of life, y'all, I really don't even know where that cup at. But we gonna try to gonna try to fill her up, okay, as much as we can. But I have been trying to
Let's do it.
do different things. One of the things that I have been doing is like my skincare. Like that routine is on lock. Okay. I love it. I don't like when I skip it, I feel bad. I be buying I done bought the little Fenty mini bottles to see if I like her new line. I just be out here living my best life in my tub. Okay. That's all I can say.
I feel like I love my skincare routine. I love anything that makes me feel refreshed. Like I was just saying how, dang, this right here been itching for the last few days. And I bathe. But I was just gonna say how
Skin
I
routine is off.
right. I was just gonna say how after this, like I need to pick me up right now. So I'm gonna go in there and take a bath. Y'all don't know this about me, but taking baths is one of my favorite things to do. A nap
Like
and a bath.
multiples in one day, y'all.
Mhm.
A tub, a shower, hate to see her coming. That water bill.
At least you know I ain't dirty.
That's true.
I feel like it's the perfect way to just wash away all things and just start
Yeah.
over. Like I just need a reset. Like right now, I'm still yawning from the last episode. And I don't know why. I sat down, I made me a little snack plate in between episodes. And that was nice. But as the time it started trickling down, I was like, yeah, I need a little bit more than a snack plate. I need candlelit, uh, quiet time, a dimmed light, and silent. Oh, I said that. Silence. That's top priority. I might read my
Yes.
book because Brittany already finished her book, and I have not read my book. Finished my book. But yes, I love to do anything that makes me feel relaxed. Cause I feel like you said, with being pregnant and all of the things for sure, it's just like, ooh, take a
Times
breather.
oh, for real. And then ain't nothing like being pregnant, being tired, but still having 2 kids that
Oh,
need you for everything.
sorry.
What is happening? One is walking around here looking like Captain Underpants.
Freeland.
She just don't wanna put on shorts. And Brielle thinks she a true sports fanatic and don't wanna count her Panther shirt, so her and her daddy could Bree watching the game and she on her iPad. Listen, I'm just here, okay? I just
Mhm.
gotta cook dinner in a few hours. And I gotta wash Brielle's hair, and that's all I got, you know? But I feel like skincare, and then sometimes I will go for a walk, mostly when Bree is off. That way somebody is with me when I'm walking, just in case I need a little help.
Mhm.
Um, but I feel like the hardest part of, like, learning to pour into your own cup is because 'cause we're constantly knowing what other people need. I think when you have kids and you're married, job, you're constantly like, "This needs to be taken care of. I need to get this content out. I have to go do this, and I have to go do that," and at some point, you be like, "You ain't washed your hair." Not saying you dirty, but, you said that 3 days ago you was gonna wash it. It still ain't washed. Why it's in the
Mm.
bun. Don't judge me. Or,
Yeah.
you go to the store, you end up buying stuff for other people, ain't got nothing for yourself. And I
Yeah.
literally just did that yesterday, did a whole grocery list. Everybody told me what they needed. Bree not feeling well, so I bought him some Claritin. But ask me why I forgot to put prenatals in my own basket. Like, what? Where they do
Yeah, Imma
that?
need you to go back. Imma need you to go
Yeah,
get
so
those.
I have enough for 2 days,
Oh,
but after
okay.
that, then I'm at square one. But I am finding the biggest thing is just letting my husband know, letting Bree know, like, what's going on. Like, I'll tell him, "I'm not getting out the bed today. Imma read." Like, yesterday, I did. I finished the book, but I told him I was gonna stay in the bed and read the book. I'm not leaving my bed unless, like,
Mhm.
I feel like, and he didn't bother me till he wanted to
Right.
order Wingstop. He asked me what wings I want, and that was
I love
it.
that for you.
Yes, it was
Meanwhile,
nice.
I was all over Maryland trying because we moving, and we gotta find
Yay.
a way to live. That's what I
Yeah.
was doing yesterday. So, but I feel like these days pouring into my cup as I do enter this new season of my life, like you said, you're used to doing things for other people. Yes, I do stuff for Corey, but he's also grown. Like, if he want a snack, he gonna go get it. You know, like, it's
For
not
real.
like a kid. So, I just feel like right now in this season, I'm learning how even in the season where I'm having to pour into other people, it's still filling my cup in a sense. Cause I feel like for me personally, taking care of those that I care about fills my cup up in a sense still. But I do understand the importance of my cup. Like, it's like
Yeah.
one of those cups that got like 2 sides. Okay, there's no such thing. I just made that up. But
No, boy,
listen,
there's that little cereal cup. You put the milk and
yeah.
you put it in the
Yeah, something like that. It's like a two-sided cup, and it's like, even though I'm pouring into one side, it's not that I'm not being fulfilled at all, but sometimes you do have to solely just focus on one side of the cup at a time. Like, if I'm continuously only pouring into one side, the other side obviously will run dry. So I
empty.
feel like I'm trying to find that balance now, going from a season in my life when I mean, I had to find it when I got married too. Like, I went from my cup stayed full because I was alone, I lived by myself, I did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, how I wanted to do it, and all I had to worry about was me, okay? What a time to be alive. No, but I am still very grateful for all of that, and, now that I'm in the season of being married, I'm still like, I was sitting here talking and you was frozen for the whole time, but I decided to just keep going. But,
No, it's
now
fine
that I'm
because I
married
didn't hear none either.
I'm about to go pour into my cup right now because this is gonna get on my nerves, like, you are super blurry. Okay, well, yes, now I had to go from that transition of pouring into my own cup constantly, like, I had no one else to worry about, so now it's me and my husband, and, we help each other in different ways or whatever, and now it's like, I'm bringing a whole child into the world, so I got a 3-tier cup now because I can't just forget about myself, but I
Not that
also
the
I
cup
can't
don't
just forget
keep
about
growing.
Corey. It's a bowl at this point. I can't just forget about Corey, and I can't forget about definitely can't just forget about my child. They can't do nothing for themselves. So it's constantly just being like, what can I do today that can kinda I'm not saying that every cup will be filled every single day at,
Yeah.
to its full capacity, but what can I do to, like, juggle all 3 of them? Granted, the baby not here yet, but I obviously have to take care of myself so that she's, you know, doing what she need to be doing up in there. So
Yeah.
it's a lot when it comes to pouring into yourself, and I just try to take it whatever I need in that moment. Cause Corey be like, "Just like, if you don't wanna have too much to worry about, just let's just meal prep." I can't do that while pregnant because what sounds great today is disgusting tomorrow. I can't do that. So,
No.
I'm just
Unless you plan on eating 10 meals.
'cause I promise I'm just gonna let it sit there. So I'm just learning how to do whatever it is I need in the moment. I feel like sometimes I pouring into my cup, it had to be a thing that like I said, it's not gonna happen every single day. Like some days I'm gonna go without with whatever. But I do feel like at some point it has to become a thing where it's like I can't pour into the other parts of my cup if destiny is not okay. You know?
And that's one thing I'm not doing very well at because, of course, I'm an entrepreneur. So bills don't stop because I can't work. Bills ain't gonna stop because I gotta go deliver a baby. So I feel like I am in a space right now where I am probably not like exerting myself physically per se, but like mentally. I think my brain is thinking so far ahead. Like I'm already concerned about what's going to happen in 2026. I'm worried about girls starting basketball practice, and then technically due 2 days after she starts practice. Like, who's gonna pick her up? Who's gonna do this? When I got this going on, who's gonna do that? How do I get my clients? When are we taking a pause on the podcast? Because she's gonna have her baby. I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna be ready, but I don't do the podcast without my girl. So it's just I just be like, okay, Brittany, you need to like slow your roll, but it's so much we actually have done as well. And I'm just like, I need to put out or help out where I can while I can, which again pushes me to get things done that I technically wouldn't even have worried about. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I probably have a few things already scheduled for November and December. So,
Okay.
but even then, like I'm already thinking like I need to edit this episode once we finish because content still needs to go out for you guys because she's clearly going to be able to put the video out. We're doing it now. And I don't want to be the reason y'all don't know, that we still here.
Well, I
And
ain't gonna hold y'all.
but, huh?
Come March, I don't know if I'm
Y'all not going to
I
see
don't
that.
know. I don't know. So it is a lot that we have to like we have these conversations of like what are we gonna do? Cause like I ain't gonna hold y'all. When we be saying this is gonna be the number one podcast in the world, it has to be because I'm tired of going to work. I'd rather sit here and record on Sundays, edit once a week or twice a week, and that be that's work. That
Yeah.
sounds like greatness to me. Then all the other cups, they gonna be full because I ain't gonna lie, certain things in my life right now are draining from my cup, so that makes it a little bit harder to maintain the capacity of my cup too. So I'm just
Yes.
really like, what can I do to make sure that I don't burn myself out? Like I am doing it all about never mind. Now I feel like I'm finna tell all my business. Back to
Sometimes it
this.
does feel like you're doing it all. Sometimes it does feel like you're doing it all by yourself though. But I
Yeah, but I
think
don't
it's
want nobody to take that wrong and be like, "Where your husband at? Where your look? You in my business."
yeah. No.
You're,
No, no,
you're
no.
right.
I wouldn't have well, that's me too. I wouldn't have taken it that way, but I think kind of like we were saying in last week's episode, especially when you're pregnant, Or if there's any change, you don't even have to be pregnant. It's just like if your life just changes all of a sudden that you weren't prepared for, you know? I
Mhm.
feel like you can remember what it was that you were doing and it was working and you felt like you had like we have a schedule. Y'all know my girl love to put the stuff in the notes. Y'all know I love a good calendar. I have a calendar on my phone. I have a calendar that I write in. I sticks to the calendar. Calendar said this is what we doing.
Right.
And so now I kind of feel like that doesn't always happen. Why? Because I'm tired. Why? Because my kids need to be over here, or now money needs to be funneled this way because this is starting up, or whatever the case may be. So I think we just get hard on ourselves for the most part. And then you do forget about your own cup because you're constantly like, in my mind, though, this could just be me. Sometimes I'm like, if I can get this done, then I can just take all this time for myself. But that doesn't always work out, you know?
Mhm.
You have to be able to balance both. And right now I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been balancing both. I've been on everybody else's cup and they cups is overrunning. Okay? Runneth over.
I'm going overflowing.
Yes. And my little mug,
Right, I ain't even got a cup.
it's
I
in
got
a
a
drought.
I got a shot glass.
And not a double one. Okay. It's
1 ounce.
I got a what what's that little thing on the Monopoly? I got a thimble.
That's it. That's just a little taste. 'Cause I'm just like, bro, like my even with like I keep saying with my job, like being a teacher in this day and age, bro, this generation, I be telling them too. Y'all generation, oh my gosh, I've never met a group of kids like this in my life. I don't understand it, and I also don't have that's what I'm saying, I'm not able to fully pour into my own cup because one, yes, I can sit here and do the skincare routines. I can take all the showers in the world, but to some capacity, I'm growing a human being. I'm still feeling like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would do a everything shower. I did one yesterday, and don't ask me why I did all that and threw this hair up in the bun and mind you be. I did the whole shebang and was out of breath when I got out. And it's just like I'm trying to pour into myself, but I can't fully do it because I'm tired. And I'm so I'm really just trying to figure out how can I really just that balance is hard to find right now. Because with my job, if you a teacher, you know, baby, is Miss Holmes this, Miss Holmes this, Miss Holmes. Shut up saying my name. Stop asking me for stuff. OMG. I'll say something, and right after I say it, you're asking me if that's what you're supposed to be doing. Ain't that what I just said? I don't have it in me. I don't have it. I don't. And you are really working my nerves. And so it's becoming harder and harder for me. I just, that's why I was last week I told you I'm thinking about calling in. I don't know. But I also need to save the PTO days for doctor's appointments. So I can't pour into myself really because I got priorities.
Adult, you know,
I know. But they
we're
say
entering
at
a
this
lot of
rate,
hood.
I only see my doctor maybe once a month, so I don't really need that many days. I can use some one. This
The
me trying
doctor
to
came
convince
in every
myself.
week.
This me trying to convince myself to do it. But even then, like I said, I still would feel bad of like, oh, if I don't go to work, those kids are not gonna learn how to, a substitute not doing nothing with them kids. They're not gonna
Yeah.
learn, and they already never mind. Well, I don't
But
wanna lose my job.
hold on, 'cause I tell y'all, last week and this week, we been hitting home for her. So but do you feel like you realize when you really need to pour into yourself after you've had a burnout, or can you realize the moments you need to pour into yourself just in the midst of knowing, like, if keep this going, that I'm eventually going to, like, burn my
So you're asking if it's a gradual thing or if I already
Yeah, do you like, I feel like I realize I need to pour into my cup once I'm burnt out. Once I've done like, I'm like
Oh.
like, I can't like, I know I can't keep doing this, like, my head is hurting, I can't, like, I know I can't, then I'm
Mhm,
like, okay, well, maybe I should, take a bubble bath instead of a shower. Like, let me
mhm.
slow everything down.
I
But
feel
that
like
usually
yeah.
happens then. But do you know it in the midst? Like, okay, I'm clearly about to go crazy. Let me go ahead and slow myself down before I burn.
No, 'cause I would know I'm about to go crazy and still just be like, "Okay, but it's only a few more things. Let's just do it, Destiny." So then by the time I finish it all, I'm still just like over it. But or also sometimes it depends on my mood. I ain't gonna lie. And sometimes I'll just be like, "Oh, that's just gonna have to wait. I don't
Yeah.
care enough." But sometimes if I'm in that, it depends on I don't know. It depends on what side
Yeah.
of the bed I woke up on that day, I guess.
I think you worse than me.
Because some days I don't mind pushing myself to the limits, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas some days it's like, not today. Mm-mm.
Yeah. That makes
My
sense.
yeah.
I can understand that. I don't think I've gotten to that point. I think I had a better handle on it before I got pregnant, but I also
That part.
could wash my hair and walk out with the same lung capacity that I had when I went in. And
Exactly.
now I contemplate, like, this is either Imma wash my hair or Imma cook dinner. I probably should cook dinner. That sounds better. Everybody needs to eat. I can't
No, for
like,
real.
I literally have to wake up and make decisions off rip because if
Yeah.
not, something not getting done. That's bottom line, something is not getting done.
Yeah.
So, but most of the time, what I really would like to do, which is why I thought this would be a really good episode, is in the midst of all of that, like, figuring out, like, how to still keep your I don't think my cup needs to be overflowing because that's just impossible right now with everything going on. But sometimes, like I said, y'all, the cup don't exist. It's like you forget you got your own self to
Yeah.
worry about. It's just like, "Oh, like, I'll be alright. Yeah, Imma be
Mhm.
okay." And then you realize, like, "No, I'm really not." Why? Because I'm in bed at 6 PM.
Me every day.
And I
And
haven't done anything.
I be burned. Well, I feel like I do a lot, and I be burned out, and I just be like, but like I said in the last episode, sometimes I feel like, uh-oh, I forgot. Bruh, bruh. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I be in here driving myself crazy. The pregnancy brain thing is so real. I forgot. Oh my gosh. I'm annoyed.
I thought
This is
she
why
heard something, y'all. She
no, this is
I
why y'all not gonna see me for a while when I am fighting for my life. I don't know what I was finna say, and it's
I
not coming back to me. Oh
that's
well,
that's
I know.
crazy. Okay, I did wanna
That
say
means I
this
need a
though
break.
off of you probably do good. Your cup is not as full as you think.
Oh, I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna say, even in the like, you would think that with what I have going on right now, that I would have a little bit more time on my hands to pour into myself more,
Mhm.
but I feel like I don't because even for me right now, which sucks, because I could like you made a point of saying like before I got pregnant, it was a totally different story. And that is so true because I even the things that I would do to pour into myself are now becoming a chore. Like I just said, I love to take showers. I love to do these. Now it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do that too. It's not even pouring into myself no more. I don't know how to fully pour into myself in this season of my life. This wherever I'm at right now, everything is a chore. Everything takes the life out of me.
It's a
And I don't
day-to-day
know.
situation.
Yeah. So I don't know. If you have some advice for your girl, let me know. Probably be too
Drop
late
it
by
in
the time y'all
the
see this.
drop it in the
But
comments, please, because we
it'll
both
be too late by the time y'all see this.
Imma still need it. Listen, that baby gonna be here, and
Oh, yeah.
I may still need some help
Yeah, you're right.
'cause it be struggling. I be struggling because I think I have worked very hard on a lot of things, but you had made the comment, like, some days you can, like, push yourself, and work very hard, and then you can kinda, like, tell yourself, like, "Okay, like, only 2 more days of" or, like, a few more hours of doing X, Y, and Z. Whereas sometimes, like, I'll text my sister and be like, "Oh, look, I got this, this, that, and the third done." She'll be like, "Go, girl, you did your thing." And then we'll get done, and I'll be looking at Bree, and I'll be like, "I didn't even finish next week, and I still had this to do, and I was thinking about this." And when I tell y'all, so much stuff be on my brain, I gotta pee every morning at 2. So if anybody up at 2 and you need somebody to send something funny to off of Instagram, I'm your girl, cause 'cause I'm awake. Uh, but sometimes it's just crazy because it's like my brain won't shut off, which has never been a problem for me, cause like, I can sleep. Like, if you could get paid to sleep, honey, invest in me, cause I'm fit to make y'all rich.
You
Bitcoin,
ain't gonna need no parlay with me. I'm all you
we
need.
we winning every time. But I like, and when I say I'm up, like, I have to, like, I'll get my phone because I can't, who else is up in the house besides me? And
Mhm.
I don't wanna move around and disturb anyone else's peace, so then I'm just, like, on Pinterest looking up stuff to cook for dinner. It's 2 in the morning. I already thought out the chicken thighs. I clearly know what I'm cooking, but I'm
Right.
thinking, maybe homegirl on Pinterest got a better idea. I have no idea. So that's, like, the hardest thing for me is to, like, give myself the pat on the back to be like, "Okay, maybe you didn't finish everything, but you technically have been working for 6 hours straight.
Mhm.
You deserve to just sit down and read your book." But I did, which
Yeah.
is why I'm finished.
But for me, I feel like maybe I do struggle with burning myself out because, like, even how I keep saying, "Yeah, I am sick of my job," I ain't gonna lie. I'm very grateful, God, that I have a job. I really am. But I am burned out, and every day I walk out of that building and I make it to my car when work is over, I literally be like, "Oh God, we did it." Literally every single day, because I really be fighting for my life, and I feel as much as I say these things, "I'm fighting for my life, I'm doing this, I'm doing that," I'm also on the same hand like, "But I can't let the kids down." Which is strange, because they probably would love to have a substitute, would love to not really have to do no real work. They want and here I am thinking, "Oh, I have to do it for the kids." They don't even care, for real.
Yeah.
And although a few of them might, but I just feel like that's what I'm saying of trying to find this balance of just like, what am I doing for destiny? I feel like a lot of it's just in our natural instinct to just be like, what can I do for somebody else? Like, I know I'm tired, but the kids. I know I'm tired, but Corey said he wanted enchiladas for dinner, and I know I don't feel like rolling all that up, but he said he wanted it, and at 9 a.m. this morning when he suggested it, I had the energy to do it, but now I don't. But since I said I was gonna do it, now I have to do it.
He getting a deconstructed enchiladas.
I called it the Deep Road enchilada. Look, a taco is what you
Right?
get. I just
Unload enchiladas coming to the table because I don't have
But I just feel like I not that let me not say I feel like I have to do it because certain things in my life, yes, I can tell Corey, I know I said, but no, I ain't,
yeah,
but some things in my life, I can't just say, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. I don't have the energy to do that. I can't go
yeah,
to work and say, boss, I'm here, but I don't feel like teaching them, so I'm going to sit down. I just can't do that. So it's just like trying to find the balance, find the balance, find the balance. I don't know what pours into my cup
yeah.
these days.
Well, before you got pregnant, did you ever feel that when you actually took time for yourself that you realized, like, nobody else was tripping? I think for me, sometimes I used to be like, if I don't do what I normally do, like, it's gonna mess up someone else's day. Someone's gonna trip, or someone's gonna be, like, mad at me, or something's gonna happen to somebody else, and then Imma feel like that's my fault. But then when you actually do it, which is taking care of yourself, and then you come back and they be like, "Oh, you look happy." I'm like, "What I look like before?" "You look tight, girl, cause I was."
I was. I was.
And is,
Oh,
okay?
maybe I never thought of it that way. Um, yeah. But before I got pregnant, my life was a little totally different. I mean, like I said, I had Corey, but he would want certain things, but he grown.
Yeah,
I didn't have to, like, go super-de-duper-de out my way.
not
Like
superty duperty.
you get what I'm saying? Like, yes, sometimes I have to go out my way, but not a lot, like, and
Yeah,
some of the like and he's a very easy person to please. Corey's a horrible example. He don't ask for nothing. I don't know. I just I just feel like it's the other things in my Corey ain't the problem. If you take Corey out of the equation, it's everything else.
yeah,
He don't bother me. Yeah. Thank God for Corey, because God knew I could not have a needy husband. Mm-mm. I just couldn't. But I just feel like I'm just I don't know. It's like one of those things where it's like I'm in a season where I feel unfulfilled, and it's like it gets worse before it gets better. So I'm just waiting it out until God says, "Okay, here's the better." That's what I feel like right now. So it's
yeah,
not really anything I can necessarily do to actually pour into my cup. It's more so of just it's just something that I kind of have to go through. Because like I said, the
yeah,
stuff that would pour into my cup is a chore now. I ain't gonna lie, even things like cleaning used to bring me peace. Cleaning? Cooking I like to cook. That's why I be eating oop, can't tell y'all because Corey watching. I'll be like, "Why is you feeding my child that?" I tell you off the phone.
listen,
I mean, off the
listen,
podcast.
listen, at least you eating. So,
But right, that is true. It's like I'll have my little spurts of, "Oh, girl, I made" remember that pasta salad I made? Ate it for 2
yes,
days. Don't ask me where the rest of it went. Let's just say I pulled the doors,
'cause she don't do
and
at
she
all.
gonna throw it away. And then I was like, "I'm gonna eat," and I was no, actually, I ate it for 3 days. I took it for lunch. Yep. But I can all look, anyways, this is not about Destiny being pregnant, and it's about pouring into your cup. Either way, find a way, y'all. If you're pregnant or not, you have to find a way to pour into your cup, some kind of way. So if y'all have any pregnancy pour into your cup options, please slide in the DMs and in the comments and let me know, because I don't know how to pour into my cup right now. Only thing that is getting me through is reading that Bible every single morning. That is it. And I'm not saying it like that's just so minimal. That I mean, that's getting me through, child. But what about the little I saw this video and it's like, I asked God to bring me happiness, and God was like, "No, Imma give you life. It's up to you to find the happiness in with all the things that I give you," right? And it's like, when you really think of it, I have no reason not to feel okay, maybe I was gonna say something stupid. I was gonna say I have no reason not to feel fulfilled. Like I have a home. I'm healthy. I'm alive. I woke up this morning. I have this. I want for nothing, right? But with all of that, it's still just like, I'm gonna fill my cup. And God is probably like, your cup? You have a home. That is okay, now I'm getting all
Yeah.
emotional.
No, but I
Ooh,
don't
pregnant
but
is
I
crazy.
think you're confusing filling your cup up with feeling like you're not being grateful for the things that you have. Because
Oh,
we can all be grateful for where we are in this season. Like we were saying last week too, I'm thankful to be able to carry this baby full term. I am excited that he is moving like Karate Kid up in there. But at the same times, like I had told Bree, I said, but some days I just be like, take a nap
be still.
and be still. Yeah. And that did make me cry, like you're saying now, getting emotional because it's like, how can I say something is a blessing, but then at the same time be upset when the things happen? So I actually feel like, now that we kind of like talking through it, is that I feel like the things that made me happy then, not saying that it won't bring me joy, right? But it's just like I'm entering a new season. And maybe because I'm also a person of like control, I like to know what's coming. I like to
Mhm,
plan, as y'all know. I like to know what's going
mhm,
on. I will plan up into 2028. Baby, what is happening? I need to know. So
right.
with those, yeah, so with those things, I feel like I'm in a season of the unknown because some days I feel like my baby it's not gonna make it to December. I feel like we're gonna be early, which freaks me out. But like it's out of my control. So I feel like I'm cramming even more because I'm thinking, oh, I haven't to December. It's like, no, baby, you probably mid-November, which is like that's tomorrow in my eyes.
Tomorrow is
No,
crazy.
yes, for real. So I just think I'm trying to I think the best way I'm trying to pour into my own cup is to stop looking so far ahead and just, like you say, like realize like this is a season. This isn't my life. I'm clearly not going to be feeling like this all my life, like pregnant feelings and all the other things. So, like, just slow, like you say, maybe it's just slowing down, taking a slow walk, sitting on your patio, maybe.
The brisk walk.
Right? And, just breathing in fresh air and just saying, just thank you for allowing me to get through things I was able to get through today. Because to be quite honest, y'all, if the content or something didn't go out, like what y'all gonna do? You gonna fight
No,
me?
but we want to be the because I promise you can't get yes. But we want to be number one podcast in the world, so we got to keep going.
Very true. But just like, and this will come out. I mean, this episode is gonna come out much later. But it's just like when we realize we have to take a break. I was talking to my sister about it, and at first it was like, hey, we're gonna start re-recording in this month so things could kind of continue. It's not that long of a break. And I just looked at Bree and that was probably the first time that I said, I'm just not gonna push myself. I just don't have it in me to push myself with all of that going on. For
And
one,
then,
I just want to live in the moment.
but then Brittany, remember, I was the one that was like, no, we can do it. You blah blah blah. And now
Yeah.
that things are really starting to like happen, and I'm thinking when I say the stuff out loud, I'm like, oh, I have to do this in February. I have to do this in February. I have to, and then it's only March, and then she's
Right?
only so long she can stay in there. So then Brittany was like, so now you see why I said the break. And I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, like I said, I don't want to let you guys down. But y'all, like Brittany
Right.
said, y'all gonna be all right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Love
Because
y'all though.
I feel like we'll come back better for that versus like, hey, we have to do this because we can't take the break. I feel like us like right now, y'all, again, I'm probably about 7 weeks, 6 weeks. I'll be sick on Wednesday to be 6 weeks from giving birth. And that's if homeboy decides to stay in there for the full 6 weeks, right? So I feel like even right now, and her Destiny only been in her second trimester. I'm not saying I'm not enjoying this conversation, even the ones we've had in previous weeks, but it is hard. It is hard to be like, we're going to record this many or we're going to do this because some days I be looking at her or I'll text her and be like,
Yeah.
"So what time?" Thinking she gonna give me a different time.
No, because today in the episode y'all saw last week, yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all. This that same bun from last week. I just changed I got the same pants, so I don't even match. I am just showing up. I like Brittany said, I don't want to say like this hasn't been fun. I ain't gonna lie. The last 2 weeks, I go, for y'all, this is 2 weeks. For me, it's a whole day. I'm just having a rough day, I guess. I'm fighting for my life, and I did not feel like talking to this camera today.
Yeah.
The more I sit here and talk about it, the more I think I should just call in to work.
You still
I'm still thinking about it. I am so, I don't know. I don't know.
right? So, I feel like right now, this has already been on our schedule, y'all. So, it's just kinda like, we might as well finish this out. But with the things we did have coming up, I was like, I think we should just not do it. Like, don't get me wrong, if it come to a point where she's like, "No, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's go ahead and knock out this many episodes. In the meantime, if you feeling good and got time," I w I feel like we could come to that conclusion at that time. But like I say, we usually plan so far ahead for everything to know what's going on with holidays, birthdays. I mean, I'm gonna have 3 kids. There's a lot that can go on during these times. So I like to kinda know what's going on in her life, my life, and make things work. But I just told her, I was like, I'm not gonna push it. I'm not gonna push it if I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't have to.
And
So
that's
I
a
actually
form
think
of
this is probably us probably gonna do better of saying, like, we're actually pouring into our cups now for the unknown. I don't know how postpartum is gonna be for me. This is her first baby. She has no idea what postpartum is gonna look like for her. So to just be like, "Yeah, we're gonna forge forward," and then we're gonna come on here and be like, "So today's episode is, baby,
Like,
I'm
hey,
done."
y'all. Like, we might just be done. No, I'm just like
No, 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 no. We'll definitely be back. But I've also seen other podcasts take breaks and they come back and then their followers shoot up and, everyone's excited for them to be back. And I think by the time we do return, that we would have so much more to talk about because there's going to be so much more different things going on
Man,
that
look,
it may be a big fit.
y'all got 5 seasons. Go watch it again.
But no, I think it just plays into the conversation today of pouring in your cup, and we didn't even think about it because we're so focused on like the now and what's to come in the next few weeks, and knowing that she's going to travel home for holidays, blah 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 blah. And so I think we get so caught up in this that I think I give ourselves a pat on the back for actually saying, like, no, we're going to pour into ourselves. We're clearly about to give birth. That is not you go in and do it, you gotta put a little Band-Aid on it and go home. No.
Right.
So to say we're gonna take those times, I think is like the biggest thing we could do for our cups right now. So maybe we're not as bad off as we thought.
Okay,
Okay, maybe
maybe
we
you're
still
right.
are, but it's not as bad as we thought.
And
It's
maybe the
not
cup
as
not
ghetto.
and maybe the cup not full, but it ain't empty either.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the cup is just a little smaller than it used to be. That's
Yeah.
okay.
It's alright. Put some ice in it. It'll melt.
Right. Fill it all the way up, and I want the Sonic ice. Thank you.
Exactly. It'll stay full long enough. But yeah, I don't know. I think that was good though, a good way to end it. Because at first I was like, I don't know how I'm pouring into my cup, but the little things all add up to something in the end, like you're saying. So even if you're in a season where you're feeling like pouring into my cup is just not a thing right now. It is not how I would normally do it. I am fighting for my life. The small wins are going to add up someday, and it'll all pay off in the end. You just got to keep going.
Amen.
Do what you
See, we
can with
doing
what
okay.
you got.
And
And
then
I'm
when you
talking
watch
to
this
myself.
episode, don't you get sad thinking we said we not coming back. We coming. And
Right.
we gonna keep y'all updated through the stories, of course. But
And
we
I ain't
just won't
playing.
be as yeah. And y'all
I
better
want
come
to
back.
come
We'll
back.
keep dropping this.
I want to come back in June of next year and see that all the views have tripled. The subscribers. I want a plaque. I want YouTube to text,
I
email
second
us and
that.
say, you can apply for monetary content, monetized content, whatever it's called. But until then, we just gotta
Yes.
keep pouring into our cup. I would say I'm done with simply just feeling like what I'm doing is not enough. It don't have to be to the same capacity. It don't have to be whatever the next lady is doing. It don't have to be nothing else but what works for Destiny right now.
I like that.
Okay? And the cup, even if I can't even speak. Ah, even if the cup is not fully just full, my cup ain't ever empty. Ooh.
Amen. Ooh, dropping bars at the end.
Amen.
I think I'll second that. I think it took us literally all the way through this entire podcast episode
Right.
to
Hopefully I
realize
will stay
that
through.
yeah, that we're not doing as bad as we were. And so but it's also like one of those things that if you also feel like your cup is nowhere to be found, like just think about this, like Destiny said, the small things do add up. So continuously give yourself grace and know like in that day you gave it your all. Even if you couldn't finish everything on the list. What you did finish, you gave it good quality time, okay?
Mhm.
And that's all we can ask for. So hopefully we'll all be, finishing this year off very, very strong and then, entering 2026 even better. So I think it's gonna be cool. And when we do come
I'm
back,
excited.
just know we're gonna be coming back with a lot, cause a lot would have went on in that time for sure.
Exactly. For real.
So,
But
yeah.
yes, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of You're Done Podcast. We're gonna see y'all at the same time next week.
Peace.
Peace. Good stuff.
That
Ooh.
was 44 minutes. We made it.
Good enough.
Oh, bro.
Brother. You better be careful for his head slide out.